So let's wait for some more time, then we will start. It is already someone is recording it. Okay. Okay. Any class have been taken in previous days? Means any idea? Means how many joined generally? We should wait or what? Can anyone of you help me? Means,
You can start.
okay.
Others will join by themselves.
Definitely, but means any idea? Means any class have been taken before
Yeah,
PhD? Okay.
yeah. Already two over. They
Already two
also,
over.
yeah. They
Okay.
also did in the same manner.
Okay. What
Okay,
was the
given time
strength
they
over there?
49, 50,
Okay. Good. Good. Good.
but they join. Yeah.
Okay. So, how many of you? So we'll begin with it. People will keep on joining. Two classes were taken. Okay. PhD RDC. Someone official also have joined, I think. महेश जी ने ज्वाइन करा हुआ है. Anyhow, now to
Sir,
begin
they
with.
are joined by a name PhD RDC.
Okay. 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 Now to begin with, please tell me a little bit a brief means so that I can know that what specifically has to be done in this. I've taken two courses of this RM of YouTube before. The syllabus which has been shared with me is the same which was before also. But I don't know what is the current. One of you please mute yourself. Some sound is coming from Rajna ma'am. Ranjana ma'am. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So the scenario I think remains the same. The same syllabus have been given to me, which we have taken before also. Though now I'm not much aware of what is going on in PhD in RDC and UTU. It is a long back time when I used to come there. Just you all are teachers, that is no doubt, and all must be from different background. So just use your chat window. Just for 5 minutes, write down your name and the branch which you belong to: computers, electronics, electrical, and if possible, the college where you are working. Okay. So that I'll get a brief idea to whom I'm going to address, and then we will begin with what we should proceed with. Wait, Ranjana ma'am has already replied. Ranjana ma'am belongs to English. Neelam ma'am, if you could write your college also, so it would give
Good
me.
morning, Ashish from Lucknow.
Yeah, you please use your chat window. No need to use the mic and introduce. Thank you, Ashish sir. Just use the chat window if possible. Neha Singh from CSC Indrasil University, Ahmedabad. Only 3-4 have introduced. See, this will give great. Neela ma'am has given. Sheenu Agarwal ma'am from Birla Institute, Bhimtal, Electrical JSS. No, I'm not marking any attendance for this. And if attendance is required, we will take it online by the add-on of that. That is not an issue. Chemistry, CBRI, great.
So myself, Harivansh Pratap Singh. Currently, I'm working with ABS Engineering College, Ghaziabad.
Great, Harivanshi. If you could use your chat window, it would be more better.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So what I could find is that there are people from engineering background also, English also, pharmacy also, and means chemistry also. So it is a mix crowd, we could say. But still, I believe that if we see the syllabus, all of you must have gone through that syllabus. So the computers part, which has been given to me, I've been given 3-4 topics to be covered, Word, Excel, and all these things. I hope all of you must be already aware of all these things very well. But still, to introduce with today, what I have planned is that we will introduce about some basics of computers. Slowly, we will also see some important websites, then latex and other things, depending upon for how many days we will be interacting with each other. So with face to face, that is definitely a much more better experience to deal with a crowd of different streams. Though I am a student of computers and all this things still. So let me present a small presentation to you. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, all of you kindly mute yourself. आवाज भी आ रही है किसी का बीच में unmute हो रहा है please kindly unmute yourself and let's see for how much time we can devote on this thing. What we are going to see is what is a computer, what is the basics of computers, though I know that you all have already did so many courses but this is the part of the syllabus, so I'm just fulfilling my duty. You must be knowing all these things also. So I'll try to make it little interactive and in a lighter note, try to share some things might be new to you. See, if we talk about a computer is a device which makes our work easy. Anything which we give to the computer, we can say that it is the data. And computer knowledge enhances whatever you work for your PhD. It will become easier if you will be using computers. This is known to all. So the data which is being given to the computer, it turns that data into some knowledge, means it gives some meaningful information, it derives some meaningful information from that data. It does some processing on that data and gives us the required result. So we are collecting data, we are giving it to the system, and the system is doing some processing, and we are getting as an output some useful information. So we are saying that it is an information processing system. Definitely it requires a sequence of steps. Everything is going on a sequence of steps. First step is followed, then some other step. For example, if you have to add two numbers, So the first step, we will say that input the first number. Then as the second step, we will say that input the second number, and then it will give the output. So this we say that computer is an information processing system. Any system which does an information processing is not a computer. This is a broader term, information processing system. Computers comes as an example of this information processing system. We say that it is an electronic machine which follow a set of instructions in order that it may be able to accept and gather data and transform these into an information. Now, I have a small query with you, and any one of you can unmute yourself and answer the query. The query is that we always say that computer is an electronic machine. How do we judge that it is an electronic machine? See, if we talk about electrical parts, means fan, tube light, they also need electricity to work, but we call them an electrical equipment, and we call computer an electronic equipment. The computer also runs through electricity. Why it is called an electronic equipment? Why not an electrical equipment? So those who are from electrical and electronics background, I'm expecting the answer from them. So kindly answer.
So because these are related to the low voltage systems, that's why it is related to electronic system. And generally electrical systems are related to high voltage systems, like more than 230 volt or 330 volt or distribution and the like. And in the accessories, we are using only 5 volt or 5 volt battery systems and UPS system and all that. This is the reason.
Great, Gunjanji. Great. So it depends upon the voltage. So the differences between, if we talk about an electrical equipment and an electronic equipment, the difference lies in the voltage. जब हम फर्स्ट ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स को पढ़ाते थे तो बहुत समय हो गया फर्स्ट ईयर में, मतलब आई हैव नॉट टेकन द क्लास, सो वी यूज्ड टू टेल देम दैट कि इलेक्ट्रिकल इक्विपमेंट्स लाइक फैन, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ये बिजली वाले की दुकान पे देखने को मिलते हैं, और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की शॉप पे आपको मोबाइल और ये सब देखने को मिलता है. सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस, एंड देन वी स्लोली यूज्ड टू कम टू द टेक्निकल पार्ट that the difference lies between the voltage. Thank you, Gunjanji. So Gunjanji is from JSS and electrical department. So we were expecting the answer from her. So let's proceed. In case the screen is not visible or you face any issue, do interrupt. And in case you wish to ask anything, then also you are free to ask anything in between anytime. Though I do not believe that in this session where we are introducing computers, any doubt should be there, but still. So this is a small diagram which says that we are processing the data and the data is being converted into an information with the help of the computers. Now, why are we studying this in a PhD? See, in PhD also we'll be using computers. My motive would be not to teach you how to use Word, how to use Excel. My motive would be that how you can use computer efficiently to write down your research paper, how you can use certain open software tools like Mendeley and all. So, and how you can use some very important websites which you can use for your research purpose, also for your searching, also how you can improve Google searches and all. So that would be my major objective. But to begin with, we'll begin with what is the computers, and also that once the basics is done, we can move forward. The same information is repeated over here, that what is the function of an information processing system. It accepts and gathers the data, it does centered processing, it stores the information, and then it presents the information, that is the output. Okay. Now, there are three major parts which we can say a computer system or an information processing system is divided into. Basically, we say that there are two parts. One is the hardware and the software. But we have divided into three parts: hardware, software, and peopleware. So hardware, as you all know, is a tangible part which you can touch. Means the monitor, the printer, the keyboard, the mouse, the hard disk which is stored within the computer. If you'll open it, you can touch it. So that is the tangible part of the computer. The software which you cannot touch means which is a group of instructions. For example, you are using this Google Meet. So Google Meet is a software. I'm presenting the presentation through this PowerPoint. This is a software. So that becomes a tangible part which we are using. It becomes the software. And people, without people, this computer is only a machine. It cannot do anything itself. It requires someone who can interact with this machine. So for that interaction, we require certain amount, means a human being. So the third part is that people. Now a small query, let's see who will answer. Anyone can answer, means it is a very means basic question. All of you must have heard of the name which is called CPU. So if there is a desktop, means if there is a computer near your where you are accessing the class or in your lab, so which part is called the CPU? कौन सा पार्ट होता है CPU? एक जो स्क्रीन पे दिखता है हमें मॉनिटर, एक प्रिंटर, CPU कौन सा होता है? What is which part is the CPU? I'm not asking the full form of CPU. मैं सिर्फ पूछ रहा हूँ CPU कौन सा है? Anyone can answer it.
So processor Intel i7 i5.
तो जो वो कंप्यूटर रखा होता है मैम उसमें दिखता है हमें CPU?
You are asking whether it is tangible or intangible.
नहीं, tangible तो है. मेरा मतलब मान लीजिए एक कंप्यूटर सिस्टम पूरा रखा है जिसमें मॉनिटर, कीबोर्ड, माउस सब अटैच्ड हैं, तो दूर से देख के हमें CPU नजर आता है?
No sir, not at all.
Great. तो थैंक यू जितेंद्र मैम. जनरली व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि एक हमें कीबोर्ड दिख रहा होता है, माउस दिख रहा होता है, एक ब्लैक कलर का या ग्रे कलर का बॉक्स सा रखा रहता है, तो हम बोल देते हैं कि ये CPU है ना. सो दैट इज नॉट एक्चुअली द CPU, वो कैबिनेट है. दैट इज अ कैबिनेट. विद इन दैट कैबिनेट देयर इज a motherboard. On that motherboard there are different ICs, memory, and there is a small processor which is called CPU, Central Processing Unit. ये मैंने इसलिए पूछा because when we used to take viva of the students, तो बहुत बार ऐसा होता था कि CPU सर ये इसे CPU बोलते हैं कि सर हमारी मैम ने या सर ने यही पढ़ाया, CPU है. Therefore, I asked this query, though I know that you all are doing PhD from one of the renowned universities and you are serving in such renowned colleges. You all know that what is a CPU and where it is. Still, I covered this point, that CPU is within that cabinet. Okay. Now let's proceed and we will come back again to softwares and other things slowly as we proceed further. Now, whatever we do in computers, whatever we write in computers, or whatever we are viewing in computers, whatever instructions we are giving into the computers, there is only one language which computer understands, and that language is called machine language. That language is called machine language, and that machine language is made of only 2 digits. See, computer is doing so much amount of work, and still we say that it understands only a language which is made of 2 digits. And those 2 digits, because it is a 2-digit system, so therefore 2 means binary. So it is a binary digit system. And this binary digit system की short form बना दी, binary digit का B ले लिया और digit का IT ले लिया, उसको बोल दिया bit. ठीक है? Binary digit में से we take B and IT from digit and it becomes a bit. So bit is basically the unit by which measurement is done for the memory. For example, if we are having a computer memory, so we measure it in terms of bit. Now the space of memory has increased so much that we have given different bytes to it. Means instead of bit, other units have come. We will come to it later. Just give me a time for that. So bit is the basic unit of information, and whatever we write in computers is written in a language which is made of 0 and 1. So bit has only 2 things. One is 0 and second is 1. And whenever we make a sequence of these 0 and 1, it becomes a data. And that data is given to the computers and it gives us an information. So these sequence of 0 and 1 is further grouped into higher units. So a sequence of 8 bits becomes a byte. Okay, so the sequence of 8 bits becomes a byte. Now a small query I am asking, let's see who answers. That a sequence of 8 bits becomes a byte, and 2 0 or 1 means 0 and 1 is called a bit. What is a nibble? Nibble क्या होता है?
Sir, 4 bits.
Who have answered? Can we?
Sir, Shivani, I can pass.
Shivani. Thank you, Shivani ma'am. Great. Shivani ji is working at IMS College, Ghaziabad in computer science. Great. So a sequence of 4 bits becomes a byte. Great. Now, then there are other units which are there in bytes. Then we call them kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, zettabyte, and these on. Then there are so many bytes again. So it depends upon the size. So size keep on increasing, and these new terminology keep on coming. So just a small example, that 1 kilobyte is equals to 1024 byte. 1 kilobyte is equals to 1024 byte. Okay. Now we can use a byte to represent anything. It can be any number, it can be a letter, it can be a special character. So how do we represent it? Everything is having an ASCII number. That ASCII digit is converted into a binary digit, and that binary digit is converted is stored as a in the memory, and it comes to us is stored in the computers. So those who are from electronics background, they can easily understand this diagram, which is any query, sir?
हेलो
Any query?
हेलो हेलो
हाँ जी, पूछिए
सर। ये भी क्लासेस का शेड्यूल तो आज तो 3 से 5 था
सर। मुझे इस बारे में नहीं पता, है ना।
और कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन दी भी नहीं की, कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन दी भी नहीं कि हाँ क्लासेस अभी 11 बजे से हैं।
सर ये बात ना,
सर
ये
कल
बात आप
आया था कि 11 बजे से क्लास होनी है आज।
चैट बॉक्स है मैडम, चैट बॉक्स में कौन, चैट बॉक्स सब लोग नहीं देखते होंगे मैम। फिर
Sir, please don't
अखिलेश सर,
interrupt.
अखिलेश सर ये बात है ना, आप प्लीज जो यूट्यूब की एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है ना, उनसे कीजिए, है ना। मेरा कोई रोल नहीं है, ठीक है
जी।
है ना। सॉरी फॉर योर इनकन्वीनियंस, बट आई डोंट हैव एनी रोल इन इट। ओके, थैंक यू अखिलेश। अरे नहीं, सॉरी नहीं अखिलेश जी, है ना। स्टूडेंट, जब हम भी स्टूडेंट होते हैं तो मजा आता है ऐसी बातें करने में, है ना। ठीक है, चलिए ठीक है। So let's continue. Electrical signals and all those things, electronics means this diagram, though I'll try to explain it to you. इसमें नॉर्मल से बनाया कि if the current is passing, तो उस बिट को हमने 1 बोल दिया। अगर करंट पास नहीं हो रहा है, गेट लगा हुआ है, then it becomes a 0. So this is how the 0 1 is working, and that this is a small figure which shows the CPU which is there on the motherboard and how it is converted into all these things. Now the bytes which we were talking about, though I have written 1000, it is basically 1024. Just for making it an easy processing, 1000 has been written. So 1024 byte becomes 1 kilobyte, then 1024 kilobyte becomes 1 megabyte, 1024 megabyte becomes 1 gigabyte, and 1024 gigabyte becomes 1 terabyte. There are other units also, but we have limited to terabytes only. Hardware, we all know, is a tangible part of the computer system. No need to tell you these things, that this is the system, this is the speaker, this is screen, speaker, monitor. Still, if anyone wish to know, because मतलब मैंने जब टीचिंग स्टार्ट करी 2003 में, तो हमारे यहाँ पे जो केमिस्ट्री के सर थे, उन्होंने कहा कि यार मुझे तो कुछ भी नहीं पता कंप्यूटर्स के बारे में। उस समय की बात बता रहा हूँ। नाउ एवरीवन नो, सो कि व्हाट इज अ मॉनिटर, व्हाट इज अ स्पीकर, सो व्हाट इज एन इनपुट यूनिट, व्हाट इज एन आउटपुट यूनिट. I believe all of you are familiar with this thing, so we'll not take much time. Still, if you think anything is required, do tell. And do not hesitate, because someone has already said that if you ask then you no longer remain ignorant. But if you do not ask, then you remain ignorant. And if you ask others also, those who do not know, they are also benefited. Now, we will talk about certain parts of the computers. The first part is central processing unit, which is the CPU. See, I don't know the norms currently which U2 is following. There are, I think, 4 or 5 units, and every examiner will give certain questions, and you have to appear for that paper. So whatever part I'll be covering with you, that I'll take the questions from that only. So in case you feel any doubt, do tell. Okay. Now CPU is the first part which we are covering. This is the central processing unit. The full form of CPU, central processing unit. जैसे हमारा brain होता है, ऐसे हम कहते हैं कि computer also have a brain, and CPU is called as a brain of the computer. It controls the entire computer. It is controlling the each and every operation of the computer is being controlled by the CPU. Within CPU, there are other parts which is called an arithmetic logical unit, which is an ALU, which is performing all arithmetic and logical operations. And there is another part within CPU that is called a control unit. Okay, CU. CU is controlling the instructions where the instructions have to flow. So, and everything is joined with a group of wires, and those group of wires is basically called a bus. Okay. So, ये एक छोटी सी photo भी लगा रखी है, which tells that this is a CPU. Then, whatever we store in the computers, something is required for the storage. So the storage is done in memory. Now, if we talk about more about memory, computer memory is divided in two types. One is called primary, and the second is called secondary memory. One is a primary memory, second is a secondary memory. Primary memory and secondary memory. Okay. So primary memory is the main memory of the computer. Primary memory is the main memory of the computer. A computer cannot work without primary memory. Now I have a small query with you all, that is primary memory directly accessible by the CPU, or an interface is required? Any answer?
So directly accessed by the CPU. Only the cache memory in between them.
Great, Shivani ma'am. So primary memory is called the main memory of the computer, and it is called as the main memory because without it the computer cannot work, and it is directly accessible by the CPU. Okay. So primary memory, remember this thing, that primary memory is this directly accessible memory. Whereas the secondary memory means, see, if we talk about our own life, so primary means what are our primary needs? Roti, kapda, makan, for example. Secondary, which is luxury, car, mobile phone. So these all are secondary things. Even if we do not have these secondary things, the system can work. Similarly, for a computer, there was only one memory initially, which was called as the primary memory. Slowly our need arises. हमारी नीड जो है धीरे धीरे बढ़ने लगी. अब तो ह्यूमन बींग्स की नीड बहुत ज्यादा हो गई, तो slowly हमारी नीड्स बढ़ी. And what happened that a new memory came into the picture, which was called as a secondary memory. कंप्यूटर के अंदर एक हार्ड डिस्क लगा दी गई. ठीक है. Now there are other secondary memories also. मैंने एक हार्ड डिस्क एग्जांपल से आपको समझाया कि एक हार्ड डिस्क लगा दी गई. The difference was that primary memory was storing the things on a temporary basis. As soon as जैसी लाइट जाती है, primary memory से data उड़ जाता है. And whenever we save something, for example, I am making a presentation and I am saving it. Whenever I am saving something, it is going into my secondary memory, that is the hard disk. तो वो path पूछता है, मैं उसे path बता देता हूँ secondary memory का, तो वहां पे जाके save हो जाता है. We do not say that it is a permanent storage because we can delete it, but we say that permanent in the sense that it is not volatile. It will not be erased as soon as the light goes. But remember one thing. For example, I am showing this presentation to you through my laptop. So whatever is being currently we are working, whenever we are currently working on some software or even on Word, or even we are writing a letter, so it comes into the primary memory and CPU access it from the primary memory. So primary memory is needed. Now, primary memory is divided in two types of memory. One is RAM and the second is ROM. RAM is called a random access memory and ROM is called read only memory. ROM के भी बहुत सारे parts हैं, हम उतनी details में नहीं जाएंगे अभी, है ना? इतनी जरूरत नहीं है, आप लोगों को already I believe कि पता है, सिर्फ एक overview लेना चाह रहा हूँ मैं first lecture में. So RAM is a random access memory, and a random access memory means which can be accessed randomly irrespective of the location. Okay, and it works only when power is there. And read only memory is the memory on which we can only read, which is required for the computer during the startup. When we start the computer, you see certain instructions which are coming. So those instructions or those things which are coming on your screen during the startup, that is the program which is written into a memory which is called ROM. There are other varieties of ROM like PROM, EPROM, and all these things. We will not go into this. Now, this is how it works. This is the hard disk. It has been written. Documents are being stored in this. Whenever we have to access those documents, it comes into the RAM, and through this RAM, the CPU access it, and then only we can view it on our screens. Okay, without RAM, nothing is visible. We cannot work on anything in the computers. So RAM is the memory, which is a primary memory. Okay, now input device, आप सबको पता ही है वैसे तो. Still I'm again saying that I am fulfilling my duties and all. So so these are different input devices: keyboard, mouse, joystick, microphone, webcam, scanner, monitor. Now another query. अब मैं चाहूंगा शिवानी मैम के सिवा कोई और आंसर करे. Anyone else except शिवानी मैम? How is monitor an input device?
So touch screen can be.
Jatinder ma'am, great. Touch screen monitors as an input device. Great, Jatinder ma'am. So Jatinder ma'am was from Patiala, if I am not wrong. I saw the message. Is it?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Khalsa
Yes.
College, Patiala. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Great. So let's proceed. There are others have also done for attendance. I don't know what is the attendance part. Has everyone given the attendance check? Okay. So if some official is taking the attendance, I would like to tell them that you can use an extension of Meet Attendance. आपको chat की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Meet Attendance एक extension आता है सर, उसको आप अपने उसमें इंस्टॉल कर लीजिए, वहीं से अटेंडेंस ऑटोमेटिकली मिल जाया करेगा आपको. नो नीड टू फॉर दिस चैट में आपको सेव नहीं करना पड़ेगा. ओके, एनीहाउ लेट्स प्रोसीड. Means there are different type of keyboards. Keyboard is also an input device. Then इस तरह का माउस तो अब यूज भी नहीं करते हम लोग, है ना. It used to come before. This was a mechanical mouse. Now the mouse which comes is of all optical mouse, which is coming by laser. Initially, younger generation might not have even seen this type of connection. They have seen only USB connections. This was used to be the connection for mouse and keyboard. This was the type of the connection which was there. No need to go in details of all these things. Now there are touchpad, touch screen, track point like this. In certain computers and laptops, you find this type of red button with which you can control the mouse. Joysticks, which is used for gaming purpose. Pen. Many of you might be having a tablet or a laptop with the pen is in there, so which can be used as an input device. Scanners. No, so many scanners you have seen during COVID also. I forgot to say that stay safe and stay happy at your home. So scanners can be different things. Even we use now see the scanners have also been replaced by apps and softwares. Even means our mobile is working. You can have the scam scanner is banned, but there is another good app to share with you, Adobe Scan. If you wish to scan your documents from your digital mobile using your camera of the mobile. Adobe Scan is a very good option which can be used, and you can upload everything on the Adobe Cloud directly by scanning it. Okay. There are other image capturing device now, webcam and all. You are using online classes, it is known to you. Output device, monitor, printers, speakers. These type of monitors are now outdated, but still, for your exam point of view, you should know that these were the monitors which were there, and the technology which was used was CRT, cathode ray tubes होती थी जिसके अंदर से electrons निकलते थे, and it used to give the picture. Now we are having LCD and LEDs monitors now have come into the picture. Similarly, printers, there are different type of printers. Okay, so first we used to have dot matrix printers, खड़खड़ ऐसे आवाजें आती थी, printers बड़े से होते थे, and the paper was rolled. So this was used, they were called pressure printers or impact printers, which used to make an impact on the paper and produce a character. Now everything is being done by laser or by photographic ink or heat. So impact printers are now not so much of use. आपने अपनी लैब में शायद देखा डॉट मैट्रिक्स प्रिंटर अभी भी रखा होगा, है ना? ये तो छोटा सा है, आपकी लैब में शायद लंबा सा डॉट मैट्रिक्स प्रिंटर रखा होगा. There are inkjet and secondary storage printers. Other storage things which can be used as secondary storage device. पहले floppy चलती थी, then hard disk, CD. Now everything is there in the pen drive. अब हम अपने बच्चों को बताते हैं तो कहते हैं कि हमने तो फ्लॉपी कभी देखी भी नहीं, है ना? आप लोगों ने तो मैक्सिमम ने, I believe that they must have seen this used to be the floppy, and we used to take things on the floppy. Now in the computers and the laptops there is no space also where you can insert a floppy. Okay, even the hard disks have been removed from even this CD drives are no longer there in many of the laptops. The new version of the laptops, they do not have a place for this CD drive, because we are carrying everything on either on a pen drive or an external hard disk now. And if we are more smart, then we are using Google Drive and all. Okay, so the internal of the hard disk, that it was used to store a large amount of data. Therefore hard disk became so much popular. It comes in various size also. If we talk about external hard disk, then CDs were there, Blu-ray disc was there. Okay, a CD can store about 750 MB of data, whereas a Blu-ray disc can store about 25 GB of data. But now all this Blu-ray disc and CDs have become outdated by these pen drives and all. Okay, so a Blu-ray disc with a 40 GB of data, DVD with 3.95 GB of data, and CD with 700 MB of data. Just learn these statistics for your exam point of view, though these are not used nowadays. Okay. We'll skip this thing, the CD, read and write and other things, other secondary storage devices. These are the things which are being used nowadays, pen drives and SD cards which you are using in your mobile phones. We say that what are the things which you require or which is there in the inside of the computers. So many of you might have seen, जो हम box की बात कर रहे थे तो case हो गया, it is called the cabin of the computer. Then everything is being supplied to the computer, so we require a power supply, and there are different connectors in the power supply. Okay, that it has been connected to the disk, it has been connected to the motherboard and everything. So motherboard is something which is the main part of the computer. You can say every IC is being supported in this motherboard, and if this motherboard, anything goes wrong in the motherboard, then we have to replace the IC. This is a picture of a motherboard. इस तरह से motherboard दिखता है. इसके अंदर ही सारी चीजें लगी हुई हैं, छोटी छोटी चीजें लगी हैं, है ना? और सब चीज़ों के लिए कनेक्शंस इसी में बने हुए हैं. अब फ्लॉपी तो आती नहीं है, पुराने मदरबोर्ड की फोटो है जिसमें फ्लॉपी का था. इसी में आपके USB पोर्ट्स हैं, पैरेलल पोर्ट्स, एंड यू इंसर्ट योर RAM ROM in these space over here. The CPU is there, so everything is there in the motherboards only. And if some expansion is required, you can do the expansions in the empty slots of the motherboards. Any doubts up till now? No. So let's proceed with what is the software. We say that the instructions which we are giving to the computers is known as a software. The group of the instructions becomes a software. Now there are two major type of softwares. One is a system software and second is an application software. So again, a small query: can anyone explain what is a system software and what is an application software? Anyone who has not answered up till now, or who has not interacted? What is a application software and what is a system software?
So basically, system software are the software that provide the services to the other software, like operating system. And application software are basically used for the according to the customer requirement, or for the generic software like MS Word and this type of software.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Thank you, Neha ji. Thank you. कोई और एक्सप्लेन करेगा एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर एंड सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर? नहीं.
System software is basically to control systems operations. And while application is for some particular performing like some operations, converting, like as we say, data to information. All types of those softwares can be categorized into application software.
Great, Karunesh ji. Thank you. So let's, shall we proceed, Neelam ji? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. आपके यहाँ अनम्यूट हो गया था तो मुझे लगा कि आपको कुछ आंसर दें. Anyhow, let's proceed. So there are two types of softwares: application software and system software. Let me, both of you answered it rightly. Let me just elaborate it. See, whatever softwares we are using in our computers, which is being used by the user so that the user can use the computer easily, which is made for a particular purpose for the user, is an application software. For example, this Google Meet is an application software. Your Microsoft Word is an application software. Your PowerPoint is an application software, which a user is using for his own use, is an application software which you apply and which is having a particular role. उस software का एक particular role है, which is being made for a particular instructions, is an application software. Whereas a system software is a software which is not, we say, that is used by the user, which is used by the system. A system software is a software which is at the requirement of the system, without which the system will not work. अगर system software नहीं होगा तो system काम नहीं करेगा. That type of software we call it as a system software. For example, an operating system. An operating system is a system software because we say that if there is no operating system, then the system is useless. So similarly, when we give instructions to the computer, we give instructions in our own language, that is an English language. We write the program in C, Java, which is similar to English language, but computer understands only one language, that is 0 and 1. So computer requires a system software so that this English language can be converted into 0, 1. So for it, compilers, interpreters are being used, which is again an example of a system software. So system softwares, you can say, are the softwares which is used by the system, and application softwares are the softwares which are used, which is used by the user, and which works, which does a specific task, which are made for the specific task. So that is an application software. Okay, let me present the screen again. The screen visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Pardon, noise aa gaya. The screen is visible of the PowerPoint presentation?
No.
Yes.
Now,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir, visible.
Thank you. Thank you. So there are two types of software. One is called the system software, and the second is the application software. So system software is allowing us interaction with the computer hardware. Okay. So for example, operating system is one of the examples. The drivers which you load into your system so that your keyboard, your mouse, they becomes accessible to the computers. They are the applications. They are the examples of system software. And so system software manages the resources, it provides user interface, it runs the applications. So these all are system softwares. And application softwares are the softwares which you work to make your applications, okay, which you use for your own use. For example, the entire Microsoft Office is an application software. Okay, so let's proceed in the second part of your syllabus. The first part was the basics of the computers, which tells about hardware, software, and all these things, different types of software. I think this first part is over as per the syllabus. All of you can also check with the syllabus which is being shared with you all also. That is unit 3. In unit 3, it says fundamentals of computers and its use. So we have covered this thing, that is the fundamentals of computers. I hope it is clear in case of any doubts to us. Now we move further, that is an operating system. Okay, we move further, that is an operating system. Now, operating system, if we talk about, is a bridge which is giving us a connection between the user and the computer. Operating system is a system software. Okay, operating system is a system software. For first thing, means you have to remember this thing, that operating system is a system software. It is making the interaction with the users easy. Now it is also called as a bridge between the user and the computer, because whenever we have to use the computer, we use the computer only because of the operating system. Initially हमारे पास जो operating system आया, it was called DOS, disk operating system. Now in disk operating system, everything was a command based. हमें commands देने पड़ते थे और काम करना पड़ता था. हमारे पास we were not having buttons and click and all these things was not available. Then slowly other operating systems came into the picture, and which gave birth to a new terminology which was called GUI, graphical user interface. So full form of GUI is graphical user interface. Graphical user interface means that where a good amount of graphics have been used and you can just click using the mouse and things can be done. So that type of operating system which have become very common is Windows. Okay, so which have become very common is Windows. So Windows operating system, all of you are already using this Windows operating system. I do not need to tell much about it, but still we will see little bit of things about Windows operating system as it is mentioned in your syllabus. So DOS was installed in all the computers, and it is a command driven system. There are different type of commands in DOS. We did not go through that commands: make directory, mkdir, change directory, and remove, all those things. Now users can interact directly through GUI atmospheres. Now there are different icons and tools and all those things. Now before I proceed, let me share the screen with you, and we will, though all of you know, but I'm just sharing the screen and telling certain things as it is mentioned in the syllabus. I don't know means paper मैं बनाऊंगा कौन बनाएगा, therefore I'm not taking any risk. Now my whole desktop is visible to you, the screen is visible to you. This portion which is visible, we call it as a desktop. Okay, this is the Windows portion. Now, if you are able to see the cursor, this is the taskbar. This is the taskbar. Okay, and for easy access, we can pin certain shortcuts over here in the taskbar. Whatever is open, it is also minimized. It is visible over here. See, whatever is open, it becomes visible over here. This is the start button in Windows, and whatever programs are there or whatever softwares is there in the entire system, we can access it through this start bar. If we want to search anything, this search option is also there. We can search anything. Whatever is there in the system can be searched from here. Now, certain more things was there, like this date and time. It comes on the right hand side of the taskbar. Okay. When we do a right click, we can change the settings, display settings and all. Okay. Now, folders and all, though not needed, but still I am showing it to you. Like this is, let me open my computer. Yes. So see, these are the different partitions of the hard disk in my laptop. That means I have divided my hard disk in 3 portions, C, D, and E. Pen drive is being attached currently, therefore it is being shown as a USB 4. Okay, it is being attached, therefore it is being shown as a USB 4. Okay, now these are different hard disks, means portions of the same hard disk, but we call it partitions of the hard disk. File system is mentioned in your syllabus, therefore I am showing all these things to you. Now I have opened one of the portion of the hard disk. Now these yellow things which you can see, this is called a folder. This is called a folder. These folders store different data, and these data is called a file. These data is called a file. So this is a directory structure of Windows that we make files. Then a file is divided into 2 parts. One is the name of the file and the second is the extension of the file. Okay, so we'll talk about file management of Windows. And taskbar, it was written toolbar and all, therefore I've shown you that this is a toolbar, though already you are using all these things. No need to tell that whatever is there, it comes over here, the date and things come over here. You can pin the things in the taskbar. By right click, you can change the settings and all. Still, as it is mentioned in the syllabus, therefore I have shown you. Any doubts up till now? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Sure. Okay, so let's come with the file system, then we'll proceed. Just hold on for a moment. Yes. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, what is a file? Whatever we are writing in our computers, it becomes a file. जैसे हम अपने documents लगाते हैं file में, similarly whatever we are writing, whatever the program we are making, it becomes a file. Always remember there are 2 parts of a file. When we name a file, there are 2 parts. One is the first part, which is called the name, and second is the second part, which is called an extension of the file. Now this extension of the file tells us that type of file we are dealing with. कि file किस type की है? What is the type of the file? So this extension tells us what is the type of the file. So every file have a unique name. Now it is having a unique name if we are storing it in the same storage. If we are storing it in the same folder. मान लो आपकी हार्ड डिस्क में फोल्डर है मयंक नाम से, उसके अंदर एक फाइल है x नाम से, तो आप दूसरी फाइल x नाम से नहीं स्टोर कर सकते अगर वो भी उसी टाइप की है। टाइप मीन्स अगर वो वर्ड की फाइल है तो आप दूसरी वर्ड की फाइल x नाम से स्टोर नहीं कर सकते, पर किसी दूसरे फोल्डर में कर सकते हो, बट यू कैन स्टोर द सेम नेम on a different folder. Like I have shown you that this is a yellow thing is a folder and this is a file which has been saved in this. So you can save it in that thing. So file is has two parts. One is the name and second is the extension. Now whatever we write it in a word, it gives an extension of .doc or .docx. doc पहले होता था, अब docx हो गया new version of the Microsoft Office. So the extension is docx. Similarly, when we make a PPT, it has an extension of pptx. Similarly, when we make a video file, it has an extension, generally an extension of mp4. Sounds की audio file होती है तो mp3, है ना? इसी तरह से अगर हम प्रोग्राम लिखें C का तो एक्सटेंशन हो जाता है cpp या .c. So the extension of the file, you can say it is the surname of the file, जो ये बताता है कि वो किस टाइप की है. Okay, the naming convention of the file is that the name of the file should be given as such so that the searching becomes easy. If you are making your PhD data और आप सबको अपने नाम से सेव करते रहो, Mayank, Mayank 1, Mayank 2, Mayank 3, तो बाद में भूल जाओगे Mayank 1 में क्या था, Mayank 2 में क्या था. So it becomes easy if we give the name to the file which is the specific to the contents of the file. Okay, so file is simply a collection of information which you are storing it. It must have a unique name if we are storing it in the same thing, and an extension tells that what type of file it is. Okay, so there can be different type of extensions for different type of files. Excel की फाइल का xlx होता है, ppt का pptx होता है ना? जैसे मैंने आपको बताया images का generally jpeg होता है. आप अलग अलग extensions अलग अलग चीज के होते हैं. So extensions of the file depends on the type of the file. Now these files are stored in a folder which we call it as a basically a directory. Okay, which we call it as a directory. So there is one is a root directory, and within that root directory there are subdirectories, and these subdirectories are there are other directories, and finally it stores a file. So that's all for the basics of the computers. Now we can proceed with other parts also, but before proceeding, in case any there is a message, I'll talk to them about the class also. No issues. Any doubts up till now?
No, sir, you may proceed.
Thank you. Thank you. Now there is a message which is coming again and again in the chat also, that tomorrow's class. Okay. Now you all suggest what time is comfortable to you all, then I'll also think accordingly. Now today there will be no class, I think at 3. There is only one class each day as per my information. I don't think same time. Okay, so tomorrow again okay, so tomorrow again at 11 we will meet, but we will remain connected for the timing also. It is not, the class is not yet over for today's. So for tomorrow again the class will be at 11, and we'll see on what topic we have to work. Now I'm giving 10 minutes to you. Within that 10 minutes you have to do a small task. Within the 10 minutes you have to do a small task. You have to make a small folder in your, though means you already have means 2016, so 4 years have already passed. So it is means expected that you must have already made a folder of your thesis and all. So still I'm giving a small task to you. Now what you have to do is you have to make a small folder. You have to name it as UTU. If UTU folder already exists in your system, then you can name it with some other folder. And within that folder, you have to make a Word file. And on that Word file, you have to write your name, your affiliation of the college, and your PhD topic. Okay. And randomly I'll ask anyone to present the screen and share the screen having the folder and the this thing. Okay, so small task of what we have learned, that how you have to write, and this way I'll get to know also that what are your PhD topics also, and others will, this way you will interact with others also. Okay, so a small task for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes we'll see these things. Then we will have a small lecture also for another topic. Okay.
Sir, please repeat what
Sir,
name should
repeat.
we give and what name should we give to the folder? Would you please repeat it, sir?
I'm writing in the chat also. Okay. Those who are attending on the phone, then don't worry. Okay, don't worry. Let me type the question on the chat window. I have shared the question. Those who are doing it on the phone, they may skip it. Though on phone also there is possible, because you are all are having applications of Word and all on phone also, but it becomes little difficult. So those attending on the phone, they can skip. It is not something which we are going to mark or something. I have shared the question on the chat window also, and for 10 minutes. It is a small break, you can say, and after 10 minutes, I'll ask some of you to show what they have done. Okay. ग्रेट. बहुत जनों ने कर भी लिया और कुछ जनों ने नए नए तरीकों से शेयर भी करने की कोशिश करी. गुड. जो जैम में and all these things. Great. Now I know that those who are from technical background can do it with much more things. Just we'll try to ask if some of you could present the screen and show on a Windows atmosphere. We are focusing on as per the syllabus. Okay. There is one with the name of, though I think it must not be the name. It is SIRI Sri Apple. Interesting. Sri Apple. Is he or she present over here? Sri Apple. Srishti Goel. Okay. Okay, Srishti. Srishti, can you present your screen? Srishti, is this possible for you, beta? If not possible, don't worry. Okay, let's go to someone else. Neha Singh. Neha, can you present your screen?
Sir, actually, I am on phone, so sorry, sir, I have not created.
Not an issue, Neha. Leave it. Kamlesh,
Thank you, sir.
Kamlesh Bhatt ji. Kamlesh Bhatt ji. Okay, so I asked 3 people, but unfortunately none has presented it. So it was a small task. Now, voluntarily, who would like to share the screen and show? Voluntarily, anyone would like to share the screen. So all of you must be taking an online class, so it is not an issue with you all. Anyone who would like to voluntarily can present the screen and show. Anyone?
So this side Neha Chaudhary, I am presenting now.
Yeah, thank you, Neha. Proceed.
So I have created in a G folder, that means G drive. And this is the folder of YouTube. And this is the file that is Neha Chaudhary. And this is my topic. So my screen is visible.
Yeah, Neha, everything was visible. Everything was visible. Great. We even read your topic. Could you please explain your topic for 2 minutes? Design and performance analysis of latent fingerprint analysis.
Sir, basically latent fingerprint are the fingerprint that are not visible by naked eye. Like the criminal left the fingerprint unintentionally on the surface of the crime scene. So
Okay.
in this topic, I have analyzed the performance and designing the new algorithm by which we can improve the performance of the enhancement.
Okay.
That means increase the quality of the fingerprint.
Okay. So Neha, means from how many years you have been enrolled in this PhD?
Sir, I have enrolled in 2014.
14.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 6 years already passed. Okay. Thank you, Neha.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else would like to present? Thank you, Neha.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else?
Sai Shino Agrawal, I am presenting.
Oh, yeah, please proceed.
So I have created this folder in the desktop,
Yeah.
in the D drive,
Hmm.
YouTube. My topic is performance improvement using efficient spectrum allocation technique for secondary user in cognitive radio.
Great.
So is
Just
my
open
screen
this
visible?
file. Yes, screen
So
is
I
visible.
have opened, but I think it is not. Let me do it again. From my side, I have opened it and then
Not
I
an
read
issue.
it out. But
Okay.
due to some latency, it may be happening so.
Definitely. And sometimes it happens when you have shared a window tab or you have shared the complete screen.
Yes, sir. I have shared a window. That's why maybe it is happening.
That's why it is happening. When we share a window tab, then only the tab which you have shared is visible.
Okay.
Because your Word file opens in the new tab.
Okay, let me share my whole screen.
Yeah, if you'll share the complete screen, then it becomes visible.
Is it visible now, sir? No.
You
I
share
hope.
the complete. Yeah, you have shared the complete screen, na?
Yes. Sir.
Yeah, now it will be visible. Just hold on. Yeah, visible. Your tab is opening a Word file. Visible, Shinu. Perfectly visible. Performance improvement using efficient spectrum allocation techniques for secondary user. And this topic relates to chemistry, computers, what?
Sir, it relates to telecommunication, that is cellular communication, wireless communication, or you can say cognitive radio is a new technology where the because we have a spectrum holes in our spectrum frequency band. So secondary users are the users that that are the not allocated the frequency, that are not allocated with the particular frequency band. So they can use the spectrum when the primary user is not using that spectrum. This is the technology of cognitive radio. I am trying here to apply some more efficient spectrum allocation technique to improve the performance in my PhD.
Okay, great.
So it is basically from the wireless communication field, that is mobile or cellular communication.
Great.
No,
Thank
not
you.
from chemistry. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. I just asked chemistry because when someone introduced, so might be my mistake. तो मुझे ऐसा लगा शीनू अग्रवाल chemistry में किसी ने introduce करा.
So I am from electronics and communication background.
Okay.
And Birla Institute, Bhimtal.
Okay, yeah, Birla Institute. There was a name from Birla Institute. Thank you, Sheenu. Thank you, ma'am.
Should I stop sharing?
Yeah, please. Thank you. So, my purpose of getting this thing shared was I was willing that someone of, though all of you are taking this classes, my purpose was that someone from pharmacy or chemistry like Samir Bhargav sir, if he would have presented, means electrical electronics computers, they already know this thing. You also, means others also know. I'm not saying that, but I'm interested to means what topics different people are working. Samir sir, could you please just present your screen? Is it possible?
Yes, sir. Actually, I am working on a mobile, but I am presenting my screen, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, the
बहुत
file.
बढ़िया visible है.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, visible. Great. Visible.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
You're writing. Great. Development of biocarrier. Biotechnology application. ग्रेट
This is my
समीर जी
topic.
ग्रेट समीर जी कुछ बताओगे इसके बारे में मुझे बड़ा इंटरेस्ट रहता है फार्मेसी वगैरह में इसलिए पूछ रहा था व्हाट इज द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ
Actually,
बायो कैरियर्स फॉर
yes, sir. Actually, the crux of my work is to load some peptide molecules in lipid membranes.
Okay.
And this will be used for corneal delivery.
Okay.
And most of the work has been completed now, and so it has been used, and we have got some very promising results based on our novel delivery approach what we have used. So we have got very good results, sir.
Great. बहुत बढ़िया समीर जी थैंक यू
Thank you, sir.
So now we will have a class for more 15-20 minutes. We will interact more on a topic which I think would be of more interest to you all. Means we have seen the basics of computers as per the duty which was given to me, and some of you have already presented and some of you already means written in the chat window that the part is done, and it was great to see means many said that we are using a mobile phone, and Sameer sir, who belongs to pharmacy, how quickly he shared his screen using a mobile phone, and he typed on the using an application of the Word and typed it. So this COVID has made it possible. Everyone has become an expert. Only thing which is required is a will. And we are all taking classes of the students. So these type of excuses we should avoid. I'm no one to judge. Means everyone is having his own priority, definitely. But we should avoid these type of excuses that we are using a mobile phone and it is not possible. It is possible, we all know. Okay. But we are not basically willing to do this, or we are not willing to learn things. Sometimes it becomes a case that we are not open to learn. So be open to learn and try as much as you can try in your life to learn. So to proceed further, I'll tell you certain important websites today which might be of your interest. Okay, for 10-20 more minutes we will have a class, then we will end for today's session, and tomorrow again we will meet at 11, and tomorrow we will see further what is given in your syllabus. And we will also see certain important tools like Mendeley, which is one of the very good tool which is used for PhD, though means already you have been enrolled for 4 years. This class is meant basically for those who have just enrolled. You have already enrolled for 4 years. These classes are not meant for you, but still. So let me share the screen. Just hold on. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, this is when what I'm sharing is there are lots of websites. I'll share some of the websites today, and then we'll stop the class, and tomorrow we'll proceed with some new things. These websites will keep on covering every day certain new websites I'll be sharing with you all. Means many of you might be knowing them also. Now this is one of the website which is Wolfram Alpha. Now Wolfram Alpha is a knowledge-based search engine. It is not like other search engines which you give the links of other websites. And so in the meantime, if you wish, you can explore this website to have some knowledge-based solutions on the topics on which you are working with. wolframalpha.com. Okay. Then there is another website which says, let me Google it for you. LMG-TFY. It is very useful if means you want to share a particular link with your friend and your friend wish to know about it. Okay. So you can share the link which has been shared. You have searched by using this. Let me Google it for you. Okay. You can explore these websites which I am sharing with you, because this is not a part of our syllabus. So I'm not sharing, means I'm not doing it practically with you that how these websites work, because now sometimes means where I know that today's class was little bit of boring also, because every one of you was knowing about all these computers and all. So if you wish to have a rainy mood, you can go through this website and let's enjoy the rains. Okay. Now, this is a livestream.com. You want to share something on a live stream, like YouTube you are using, live streaming. So there is another option for live streaming, which is a livestream.com. Okay. It gives a perfect platform for live streaming your events. You can use this one for live streaming. Now, if you are using this scr.im, your email ID can be shortened to spam the robots, but this is also a very good website which gives you an online timer. Okay, which gives you an online timer. Suppose you are presenting something and you want to put a timer. So you can open this website e.ggtimer.com and you will put a timer for it. And when you will start the timer keep on moving and it gives you a task. आपको कोई task करना है और आपको सामने देखना है स्क्रीन पे बड़ा सा timer, या you are conducting a quiz and you want to put a big timer on the screen to your students, then you can use this timer. बेटा मेरी क्लास चल रही है, एक सेकंड होल्ड करो. Just hold on for a moment, someone is there. Yeah, please. There was someone in the cabin, so I had to stop. So this gives you the facility of the timer. The screen is visible, I hope. The screen is visible. Are we connected?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let's remove this FAG0. Not required FAG0. Yeah. Now, if you are you wish to download, if you are a good reader and you wish to download a lots of books on your Kindles, so this is one of the website which is a very useful, 100zeros.com. It gives you a lots of books to download it on free. Join me, we are not getting diet and fat loss, remove it. Yes, sometimes this website also comes into the picture when we want to know that that the website is not working, but it is working for you or it is down for all. So you just use this website down for everyone or just me.com and you put the URL and it will tell you that it is down for everyone. When it is not that there is something is wrong in your system. Okay. Now this is an online calendar, HipCal. Okay, this is an online calendar where you can make a to-do list, you can have your address book and all these things. So you can use it for it. Expensive we are not taking today. Yeah. Now Vimeo is something which all of you must be knowing, means it is for use for making videos and all. It is, you can share your videos, you can edit your videos and store your videos. So this is one of the website which is used for videos nowadays a lot, vimeo.com. Personalized radio also is of not required. Excel, yes. Now there are various websites which you enroll for online courses like Coursera and all, Udemy. There is one other website which is specifically used for coding, which is called codeacademy.com. So if you are interested to learn about new codes and all, you can use this codeacademy.com website. Okay. Now DigiLocker, if you are not having, अभी तक जो websites थी वो थोड़ी ऐसी थी, बच्चों के यूज की ज्यादा थी, ठीक है, इसलिए मैंने जल्दी उनको सिर्फ एक ऐसी प्रेजेंट करा. Now DigiLocker is something which I would recommend. If you are not using, you all should have it. There is an app also of DigiLocker. You can put it in your phone and you can download your documents in this DigiLocker. DigiLocker is something which is very useful, and as per government norms, you do not need to carry your DL, driving license. You can have your driving license in the DigiLocker and everything. This DigiLocker is valid throughout the country. Okay, so and you can access everything on the DigiLocker for your document. You can in fact upload your documents in the DigiLocker also. Okay, this is also a very good website, dictation.io. This I would say that all of you open currently and use it. Suppose you are writing your thesis. अभी तक मैंने websites को आपको कुछ stress नहीं दिया, मैंने ऐसे skip कर दिया. Now these are the websites which are for your use. Dictation.io. I'll wait for 2 minutes, though we are about to, means I was told till 11 to 12:30, which means 1.5 hours is approximately we are done with the class. So just open this dictation.io. After this, we'll end this class for today, and use this dictation.io. It works very perfectly. Means जैसे पहले dictation देते थे कोई और लिखता था. So whatever you will speak, it would be typed in the screen, and then from that you can even copy it. Okay, and from then you can even copy it. Even if you want to write in Hindi, you can choose as a Hindi language and it would be written over there. So just try dictation.io yourself. You can try it. Okay, I have stopped sharing the screen and I hope that you are trying this dictation.io. So that's all for today from my side. Tomorrow we will meet and we will continue with our course also, and try dictation.io today. Write something. It will become easy for you to write your thesis and all these things also. That means a small letter or something you are writing. Okay, time remains the same, Sumit sir, 11 a.m. tomorrow, the same time, 11 a.m.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sheenu ji ने क्वेश्चन पूछा है कि websites from where we can have data sets related to our fields. Okay. शीनू जी, आप बिग डेटा के हिसाब से कुछ काम कर रहे हो? कीगल एक वेबसाइट है, वहां पे बहुत डेटा सेट्स मिलते हैं. So Sheenu ma'am, if you could elaborate, means which type of data sets you are looking for data analytics and all. Then Kegel is one of the website which provides you, free data sets, and IBM also give you lots of data sets. I'm sharing with you the link of that Kegel. It is called Kaggle, you can pronounce it, or something like this. I am not a man for data analytics, but I have provided you the link. A large amount of data sets is being available in it. Telecommunications. Okay. Basically, you are looking for which type of data sets. If you can tell, then I can search and tell you that from where you can have the data sets. Kaggle provides a lot amount of data sets. Okay. So thank you to all of you for joining today, and we shall meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.